If you're looking to grow your caseload or your private practice, you need to start setting goals. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a plan with specific goals so you can actually meet them and grow your business. I'm Brent Stutzman with Brand Your Practice, and on this channel, we give business advice and marketing strategies to grow your private practice and impact in your community. So be sure to subscribe and follow us. And if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that notification bell. When I sit down to work with a new client, we create a plan to grow their private practice. And the framework that we use to create and accomplish this plan is called the 4 disciplines of execution. And I'll put a link in below where you can find out more about it. But I'm going to show you how I use it with my clients. Step 1. We set a wildly important goal, or what we call the WIG. To determine your WIG, ask yourself, what is the one thing you could change that would have the greatest impact on your private practice? What is the one thing you could change that would have the greatest impact on your private practice? Now, to create this WIG, here's a short formula, and then I'll show you how I use it. The first thing you do is you start with a verb, and the second thing you do is then define a lag measure, which tells you if you achieved this goal or not, by using an XY formula, and then you include a deadline. So for example, with one of my clients, we set a WIG goal this way. Increase client appointments from 5,800 appointments to 8,000 appointments by December 31st, 2020. So here's the verb, increase client appointments. And now the XY formula, we're starting with 5,800 client appointments from last year, and our goal is to get 8,000 client appointments. And here's the deadline, by December 31st. Okay, step 2, create 3 to 4 lag measures, but act on the lead measures attached to the lag. Now you might be asking, what's a lag measure and a lead measure? What's the difference between the two? Now this is the most confusing part, but hopefully I can break this down for you. It's really important that you get this. A lag measure tracks the success of the WIG. So for example, your monthly revenue can be a lag measure, or how many appointments you had that month could be a lag measure. And these are fixed. By the time you see a lag measure, you can't do anything to change them. They're a fixed number. Lead measures, however, track the activities that drive the lag measure. They predict the success of the lag measure. Okay, stay with me just a little bit longer. So for my client, if we were to accomplish the WIG goal, to grow the practice by an extra 2,200 appointments in 1 year, then we need to set some lag and lead measures. For example, to accomplish this WIG, this wildly important goal, let's say we set a lag measure of 10 speaking engagements in 2020. And with a lead measure of, we're gonna reach out to 10 local school counselors, we're gonna write them letters, and offer free in-service training. And then maybe write another 10 local businesses and offer a free lunch and learn on how to be more mindful and productive in the office place. These lead measures, networking with school social workers and local businesses, will predict the success of the lag measure of 10 speaking engagements. Okay, step number 3, create a compelling scoreboard. People perform best when they know the score, whether they know they are winning or they are losing the game. By keeping a scoreboard, it's a way for you to motivate yourself and your team. If you and your clinicians know the score and they can influence the lead measures, which moves the lag measure, then you have a winnable game. So a simple way to do this is just to create 10 boxes to cross off. Each time my client has a speaking engagement, you cross off a box. I do this with all my clients and it works. If you want, you can download a sample scoreboard that I've created and a blog post that's linked to this video. The final step is this: create a cadence of accountability. While I have a weekly coaching meeting with my clients to hold them accountable to move their private practice forward, you will have a weekly meeting with yourself or with your team to hold your private practice accountable to the WIG. Now, I only showed you one lag measure, but I typically have 4 to 5 lag measures for our WIG. So I always end up asking every week which one or two that my client should focus on. So for example, I typically ask, what is the one thing you can do this week to have the biggest impact on the scoreboard? Or you can ask, what's the one thing I need to do to make forward progress on this wildly important goal? So let's review. The first thing you need to do is to create a wildly important goal to accomplish in the next 6 months to a year. The second thing to do is to create 3 to 4 lag measures that support the WIG, but focus on executing the lead measures. Step 3, create a compelling scoreboard. And then step 4, create the cadence of accountability. Now, why is this important to have a plan to grow your private practice? Well, it takes the guesswork out of what you should be doing to grow your business. It's kind of like going to the grocery store without a list of food you need, and you just kind of walk around going up and down the aisles and just start staring at the food, and then you try to strategize in the moment what you actually need. Or because you're hungry, you just start grabbing whatever food would make you feel good in the moment. Look, you are a busy therapist with a lot of demands on your time. You need to have a plan that is clearly laid out with measurable goals. It will keep you from just wandering around and wasting time thinking about what you should be doing to grow your business. With this formula, you'll already have a recipe for growth. You just need to follow it. And many of my clients who've worked with me to implement this formula have seen double-digit and even triple-digit growth year over year. Listen up. You'll never grow your income or your impact in your community without a plan. If you've never done this type of planning before, just set a simple 3-month wildly important goal. Make it measurable, make it achievable. I promise you, you're gonna love it. If you would like to implement this in your own private practice, just give me a call and I can help you with that. Anything else regarding business development marketing, you can go to brandyourpractice.com to find more. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below or shoot me an email. I'll answer it. If you haven't yet, check out my video on the #1 mistake business leaders make. And also check out my free video training on how to grow and market your private practice. You can find that in the link below. If you've enjoyed this video, would you like it? Share it with a friend. Tell other people about it. Thank you for joining me.